It started for me when I traveled through Mexico about 11 years ago. And I went to a place called Tres Zapotes, or the Three Shoes, which is on the Atlantic coast of Mexico. And there I saw, in a museum, this magnificent sculpture of a stone head, 9 feet tall, weighs 40 tons. Magnificently done, of obviously a black African, portrayed in a kind of a helmet or a crown. I learned that there were about 18 or 19 of these which were found all along the coast of Mexico, and that they were all reliably dated 1,200 years before Christ. In other words, 3,200 years ago. They belonged to a civilization called the Olmecs. Now, when I saw this great head, I thought, well, this couldn't possibly be a black American, but it looks like it. Then I investigated the others. I saw the others that are available. They also portrayed different black Americans, some with full features, some with thinner ones, different individuals. And yet the archaeologists tell us that no, there was no one over here from either Africa or Europe or Asia before Columbus. That is what I was told when I went to school.
And non-exposure is non-participation. So my journey is that we're going to go down to Chiapas, outside of the ruins, in the jungle, have the ceremony, and then there's a ceremony going on inside the ruins because it's the 52nd anniversary of this Venus transit. And I said, okay, we're going to go down maybe a month in advance and get prepared for this ceremony. And that's how long I had anticipated that I would be in the jungle. So we went to Chiapas, and right around this time, I'm realizing that the slaves came in through Veracruz. So I'm backing the journey up. And you know, because I didn't know why I was there, and I told you I just walked the streets. So now things are really starting to come together, and it's not anything I'm necessarily looking for. It just is opening as I move. So we're in Chiapas, and Jose comes, Mother Tynetta comes, and there was on the ceremony, there were people from all different parts of Mexico, from the jungle nations to other part, way up north in Mexico. And so there was a ceremony inside the ruins, and then there was other ceremonies outside the ruins, and that was pretty amazing. Mother Tynetta participated in the ceremony inside the ruins, and then Jose gave a lecture because the sacred city of Palenque covers the whole town of Palenque and more. They have only excavated 10% of the sacred city, so you're almost always walking on sacred ground that they may have built something or maybe a cow pasture on top of it, but there's also temples that they have not uncovered yet. So when you say inside the ruins or the sacred city, it's the part that they've actually made a gate to, said this is the entrance of, but it's really not the entrance of, it's just only the part that they uncovered. Mm-hmm. That it was a title, and the indigenous people, because they speak Nahuatl, so in their language, he had another name, because Calpotan is not necessarily a Nahuatl name. Mm-hmm. And in the town of Palenque, where it's still all actually the sacred city, but let's say outside of the gates, when you travel down the main highway and you go into the city, mm-hmm. Everything there is named after him. It's the Kyle Travel Agency, it's the Kyle Grocery Store, and then it's this statue that has to be maybe 50 feet tall, and he has the cube in one hand and the spear in the other. and it's in front of the Macau Hotel. So everything there has to do with Macau. So up and down the road, you have hotels and camping grounds. And one day, I think this was we were trying to find the Echo Village. And I looked up and I saw this banner that was over this area. And it said, Wanique.
I know I have difficulty remembering those years. Maybe for good reason, maybe for bad reason, maybe because I'm impressing or something. Right? But if you go back and you look at it and what year you were working in, then you have this information to start saying what was going to be your experience based on the direction you were going in and the color it was. You can begin to see why you were having those experiences. You'll follow me? You can see how, and then you'll see how the pattern's been working every year that happens that comes back to that same particular energy. Because that same energy is going to have you experiencing pretty much the same thing to one degree or the other. That makes sense? Yeah. Y'all with me? For real? I don't know, because I'm not with me. Y'all with me? All right, stay with me. So, all sacred suns are in one of the four directions are influenced by the energy of the direction. The sacred sun direction of any chosen day has interaction with all four directions and all 20 suns. Depending on the direction of the chosen day, some of these connections, are positive and empowering. Some are challenging and help us understand where we need to do what? Inner work. So if I ask you what your challenge partner was, can you tell me what that is?
Partner?
Yeah, the mental body. This is going to be good. This is going to give you a good example. So if English is your challenge to remember, that means where you need, and as well as you, that means that's where you need to do inner work. And the inner work, and what is English's characteristic? So you say, what is the task of English? Their mental body. Right? Say again?
English speaks to the powerful position of our initiation.
Okay, now look at what it says in terms of what the aspect is.
Artist,
task,
creation, self-dependence, trust in the universe, clarity of mind, gives the source of creation and beginning, and surrender is the illusion of lack of support.
right? So that's what your inner work does. So it's best to go to the shadow, right? So in this case, being the challenging sun, right? Mental body, right? Challenges has a challenge, adjust, balance. The antipope partner challenges the destiny kin. Destiny kin will be what you came in on, right? Your destiny is who you show up as. It's not what my destiny is once you arrive. You say, what's your destiny? I'm already, you arrived. You're here. The destiny was here. And you showed up, blue what? Resident monkey. You showed up, blue what? That's the destiny. Right? That's your destiny. You arrived at that. Now you're on a journey now to discover more of who you are.
And it's what the archaeologists and what the establishment teachers still tell people, that there was no contact between the Americas and the ancient world before Columbus. I found that beyond this collection of these great stone heads that belong to this Olmec civilization, that there was a lot more information which is not getting out to the general public about this previous black civilization. And it was a black civilization that was here. Now, to give you an idea when this civilization flourished 3,200 years ago,